Hello again, and welcome to another fascinating episode of Maniac Math with Mrs. Carell. Today we're going to be working on rounding some decimals. This is video 5.4.1. This video is going to be about rounding to the nearest whole number. If we looked at this here and thought of it as money, well, that would be kind of weird because we don't have any coins that small. But if we thought about it as money and said, okay, this is about $8.59 plus cents. If we just ignored that 6 for a minute, we'd say that was $8.59, right? Well, how many of these things are whole dollars? Well, that sure isn't. That's very small, whatever it is in Moneyland. Is this over here a whole dollar? No, we would think about that as 59 cents. That's not a whole dollar. But if we look over here, just to the left of the decimal, this is whole dollars, 8 whole dollars. So when they say round to the nearest whole number, this is our first whole number right here. So this is how we learn rounding with Mrs. Carell. Wherever we are rounding to, in this case the nearest whole number, which is this, we draw a line under where we're rounding to. Draw a couple little wheels under there. That is your car. We need to have a gas tank because cars don't go without gas. So here is your gas tank. And we're going to draw an arrow because the gas has to go into the car. Now when we're rounding, whatever's in your gas tank determines whether your number that you're rounding to is going to stay the same or go up 1. So if you have a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 in your gas tank, your car is going to stay in the same place. It's not going anywhere. If you have a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 in your gas tank, then your number is going to go up by 1. Well, let's take a look at what we have in our gas tank. That is a 5. That's here, so it's going to go into our car, and that car is going to go up by 1 number. So what is 1 up from 8? It is 9. Now, since we're using decimals, we have to make sure we drop that decimal straight down. And now take a look at this. What digit does this gas tank look like? It looks like a 0. Well, everybody next to the gas tank on the same side of the decimal becomes a 0 also. So we have just rounded 8 596 thousandths to 9. That is the nearest whole number. Let's try another one. Okay, same thing. We are rounding to the nearest whole number. Do you remember where the nearest whole number is? When we're talking whole numbers, we're looking at whatever's in the ones column. That is our first whole number. Yes, 36 is a whole number, but we just want to look at one place at a time when we are rounding. So we're looking at the ones place because it is our first whole number. All right, do you remember what we do with the place we're rounding to? We turn it into a car. And then we need a gas tank right here. The first one to the right, that is your gas tank. All right, remember 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 stays the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 plus 1. All right, so we have a 9 in our gas tank. What does that mean for our car? Is it going to go up 1 or stay the same? Well, 9 is in the plus 1, so it's going to go up 1, which makes it a 7. Now, our gas tank looks like a big 0. We're going to drop it down and make it and all of its buddies into zeros. Drop that decimal down right in the same place. But what about this guy? We're rounding because we want to get close to the nearest, well, we want to get to the nearest whole number, but 36 and 7, that's way different. When we have another digit over here, it stays the same and drops down with the car. Everything on the right of the decimal turns into a 0. This guy has to stay with the car. All right, you ready for another one? Here we go. All right, we have 0 whole dollars 96 and some change cents. We would look at this probably as 96 cents, and we'd probably ignore that 3 there because we don't have coins that are that small. This is pennies. This is tenths of a dollar, so you could think of that as dimes. So we need to round to the nearest whole number again. Where's the whole number start? Right here. Well, we don't have any whole numbers, but we're going to see. That's where we're rounding to when they say whole number, start with your ones. Here's our car. There's the gas tank. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, same. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1. Okay, we have a 9 in the gas tank. That means plus 1. The 0 is going to be plus 1. What is 0 plus 1? It is, in fact, 1. Bring down that decimal. And then our gas tank becomes a 0. What happens to all of its buddies over here? They become zeros also. So 963 thousandths is close to 1 whole. Okay, we're going to do one more. We're still rounding to the nearest whole number. Our first whole number is the ones place. So there's where our car is going to be. Put those tires on that car so it can go, but we need a gas tank. Here we go. So we have 27 and 522 thousandths. We have a 5 in the gas tank. Oh, look, 5 is in the plus 1. So the 7 is going to be going up 1, which makes it an 8. Bring down that decimal. This looks like a big old fat 0. So this 0 and all of its buddies become zeros. Don't forget the 2. Everything that's on the other side of the car has to go with the car. So 27 and 522 thousandths is 28, or 28 and 0 thousandths. What would have happened if we had something different in the gas tank? Like, let's say we had a 4 in the gas tank. What would have happened? Well, that 7 would have had to stay the same. So in that case, we would have gotten 27, not 26. It never goes down. It either stays the same or it goes up. So 2 different problems we did there. Same idea. All right, you have a half sheet to work on that has 4 whopping problems. I know you can do this, and if you need extra help, you always have the video you can go back and look at. You got this.